take man.
Truly believe that you, Jack Parsons, can build a rocket that will take us all to the moon.
Yes.
Preposterous.
In this whole world, the ones who want to follow the rules and the ones who want to break them. Who says we have to obey?
You know when you're in the presence of evil, Jack seems compelled.
Taught me about symbols like this. Ways.
Tickets are the future, whether you want to believe in them or not.
Open mind.
Rich on the very spot where Area 51, Jack Parsons, yeah. A magical ceremony called Babylon Working, and the purpose of this series of magical ceremonies, which was performed on the spot of Area 50, seal an interdimensional gateway, they said. And so entities known as the, quote, old ones, access to our space. He saw Jack Parsons rip a hole in space, something evil flew in. And one other interesting point is...
And what you're looking at here, staggeringly, is one of the most famous people in America in long gowns, behind stone owls, the fire between them, next to the lake.
Secluded redwood grove, leaders from around the world, prime ministers, chancellors, presidents, governors, again, the heads of industry, banking, academia, the media, Hollywood, travel there to engage in bizarre, ancient Canaanite, Luciferian, Babylon mystery religion ceremonies. We were inside 4 hours. That's only one.
They had exactly the same agenda, and that was for bringing in this New World Order. I heard...
I said, yes, there are too many people on the planet. We need to get rid of several billion. And war doesn't seem to work, so we're going to use disease and starvation.
And the Satanists today have basically used his philosophy and his writings as a guide.
For me, it's like hearing those babies literally scream and cry. Because there's Satanists in the police force and also in the government, the Council of Representatives of the United States also.
And they are going to destroy them on purpose. And the idea of taking over is to bankrupt the whole world where nothing is of any value and the currency does not exist anywhere, and then come back and solve all the problems.
But if extraterrestrials are real, then they're controlling everything, believe me. If they're not real, they're being used as a threat from their people into coming into this one world, global unity of humanity.
Now that you're dealing with a spiritual phenomenon.
There does seem to be a deception here, because I've always wondered.
There's something else, a psychological deception that's going on here. He said, quote, there seems to be no evidence yet that any of these craft or beings originate from outer space.
Both of these respected researchers came to the conclusion that they're not intergalactic, for lots of physics. They both things are demonic. Their term. On the one hand, on the other hand, they also violate all physical laws. And so have come to is that they're hyperdimensional. That some both concluded they're hostile because they pretend to be something they're not.
The evidence clearly points that they are in fact demons. So Jack Parsons, who was the main person involved in the satanic ritual, he was involved in creating some of the most advanced technological stuff that we have right now in rocket propulsion systems. NASA does. They even named a crater on the moon. It's called the Parsons.
Right.
So you see that all the
one world government where everybody has an RFID chip implanted in them. All money is to be in those chips. Right? There'll be no more cash. And this is getting me straight from Rockefeller himself. This is what they want to accomplish.
That there has been a plan in existence to create an artificial extraterrestrial threat to this Earth in order to create a one-world totalitarian socialist government.
On the year 2027, they'll have nearly 12,000 satellites deployed in 3 orbital shells. Now, it's not guaranteed.
It'll be godlike and escapability. Yeah. Well, this has been
objects. They do not conform to the natural laws of our environment. They seem to be nutties, indicate that they are liars and put on artists. The UFO manifestations of the old age demonological phenomenon.